Hello and welcome to my video of players to watch. What I'm going to talk about today is players that could potentially score you some points in game week 4 and give you some ideas, because sometimes it is a struggle to come up with a transfer, and it's all frustrating, isn't it, when you get a transfer in and it just doesn't pay off. So I'm going to give some ideas and hopefully it helps. The player that I'm going to talk about is Castagna from Leicester. He's gone up 0.1 in price, so he's 5.6 million now, and he certainly could be worth the pop, really, because he's he's got 3 assists and 1 goal from his first 3 games, which is amazing, and he has scored the most points as a defender, so he is certainly worth it. Leicester have very good fixtures coming up, and yeah, he could be worth the punt, really, especially being in a good defence. Personally, I'm not getting him just yet, but if he continues, then it may be very difficult to leave him out of my team. But I've got that Leicester cover in Justin, so we'll have to see once Pereira gets back in. I'll have to maybe look at getting Castagna in. Very good defender, and I think he's going to prove to be a very good Leicester City player in the near future. Next up is Seamus Coleman. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to compare him with Digne. Digne is 6 million, I think, and Seamus Coleman 5 million. For that 1 million less, you could get so much. Like, you could put that towards something. And so how I look at it is he's a lot more forward than Digne in many of the games, and this, that's what we rely on a lot of the time with a fullback. They get forward a lot and they get you a lot of assists, and he has got potential to get them assists throughout the whole season and possibly a goal or 2 as well. He is the club captain as well, meaning that he will start the games, and Ancelotti, he's favouring him very much now, and they have not got any cover, so he's going to start week in, week out for Everton. So he could be a real addition at 5 million. He could prove to be a good bargain. They have got some good fixtures coming up. Brighton this week and then Liverpool next week. Liverpool obviously not a good fixture, but so you might have to have a bit of cover there for him, but he certainly is a good player. Don't get me wrong, Digne is probably the better aspect, because he tends to take the free kicks and the corners, and he's a great player, but certainly Seamus Coleman could be worth the call. Next up is Mason Mount. See, he's 6.9 million, and he could prove to be quite a cheap asset. He got 12 points, I think, last week, getting a goal and assist, I think, and yeah, he could be a great addition. The only thing that I will find with him is that he's very inconsistent with his points. He'll get 1 or 2 points one game, and then he'll get 12 points, and then vice versa. But I would say that he starts most games. There's like the Mount law, where Frank Lampard feels like he has to start him, and he can play a number of positions. Isn't always great, because 1 week he could be centre attacking mid, 1 week deeper, 1 week on the right or the left. So it all varies, but Mason Mount could certainly be a good fantasy asset. He could be a cheaper sort of alternative to other players as well. You got because Son's injured and Ali's not in the squad for Spurs now, and if you want to sort of downgrade or something and upgrade in different areas, then I think Mount is certainly a good player to have in the Chelsea team that can score goals. So yeah, Mason Mount. Next up, what I'm going to talk about is Phil Foden, and the reason for this is because he is so cheap. So cheap. He's 6.5 million. I think 6.6 now because he's gone up in price. But Phil Foden, he has a massive haul sometimes, and then he has 2 points or whatever. But that's what you got to have with these cheaper players. Like a lot of the time they get the 2 points, the 3, 4, 5, whatever. Maybe one return or whatever, but they struggle to have. They don't ever really have a haul, whereas he does. A lot of the time he gets like double digit sort of points. So he certainly is a shout. I've personally actually got him in my team now, having that Man City cover, and Leeds up next, who have leaked a lot of goals. Got a clean sheet last game, but have leaked goals. So he is certainly worth the watch, I think, and he is starting for City at the moment. So certainly, if I didn't have much more money, Phil Foden is a good call in my opinion. So is Danny Ings. Right, this one I've been very excited for because he is in my team, and I don't know what I'll do without him, especially last season. This season not so much, but he has got such good games coming up. I think they've got West Brom next, Chelsea after that, who do leak goals, and then I think 3 or 4 more green indicated games. So certainly be worth getting him in my opinion. He is 8.4 million, I think now. Great addition to have to a team, and I'm so happy that I got him in from the start because he has got a couple of goals in those last 2 games now, and that's amazing. It's what you need really. If he can continue his form from last season, as he seems like he is, fancy managers are going to start getting him in, and the price will go up again. So yeah, hopefully he can continue in doing that. And until then, I've got him in my team. He's got a great game next in West Brom. Certainly worth a shout. You've got to have a think about getting him in surely against West Brom, who can certainly leak goals. But we'll just have to see with this one. There are some very good strikers, and that then leads me on to the next one, Jamie Vardy. So he has already scored 5 goals, 4 penalty goals, and that could continue. So yeah, he is a great pick. He loves his golden boots, as we all know. He's got 2, I think now, 1 last season, and he was fantastic. And again, it looks like he's continuing his form. How old is he? Like 32 now, 33, something like that. And he's bagging in them goals, and he's still not lost that pace on him. So Jamie Vardy is a great shout. At 10 million, he could well be a good bargain. You could go from Timo Werner and just upgrade to Jamie Vardy, and he could well be a great call, to be honest. So yeah, Jamie Vardy, and again, I could well get him in a few game weeks or something, because he's a very great player, and he's very consistent in his points. So, and he's still having a party, So you gotta try and have a look at him, and if you can get him in, then fantastic, do it, because he's a very consistent FPL player to have, and I'll put money on him to be up in the top 5 sort of top scorers this season, because he's still in that great form, and he's their main man for Leicester. So yeah, have a look at Jamie Vardy. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed all of that anyway, and I hope I've helped with why they were in my watch list, and why they should be in yours as well. And if you're struggling, then have a look at this, and have a real think of who suits you from that information, and who you may need in your team. But yeah, they were the main ones that I could think of anyway, and the main sort of players to add to your team, from defence to striker to midfielders as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, please comment, and please subscribe. Thank you very much. Thanks, goodbye for now.